Okay, so today we are going to spend some time looking at tax. Tax is not calculated any differently than tip. Um, just like the tip usually was added to a bill, tax is going to be the same thing. So, our first problem, a video game costs $34.98. The sales tax rate is 6%. Find the total cost. You're going to set up your basic percent proportion. I know that tax is part of the bill, so I know that I'm solving for part. Once you do your cross multiplication, you have 100x equals whatever 6 times $34.98 is, which is $209.88. You're going to divide by your coefficients 100, and x equals 2.0988. Obviously, we're dealing with money, and rounding rules apply. So x is roughly $2.10. So our tax is $2.10. It doesn't just say find the tax, it says find the total cost. So to answer this question fully, the total is $34.98 plus the tax equals a grand total of $37.08. So that would be your final answer. Now, more than likely in your life, you're going to encounter problems that deal with tax and tip. You never get to go out to eat and just pay tip and not tax. So how you would determine a question like number 2, the bill for dinner is $22.58. The sales tax is 7.5 or 7.5%, and you want to leave a 20% tip. How much will you pay? First, you're going to find the sales tax on that $22.58. Then you will find the tip on that $22.58. And then you're going to add the bill, the tax, and the tip together. So essentially what you're doing is you're setting up 2 separate percent proportions. The bill is the same in both. That's your total, your whole. However, the tax rate changes. So for tax, it's 7.5%. For tip, it's 20%. But you're still finding the part. And in a question like this, you do have to find both, so you do need 2 proportions set up. So you're going to cross multiply like you have been. 100x equals the product of 7.5 and 22.58, which is 169.35. You're going to divide by 100. Both sides. You get x is 1.6935. We're speaking money, so this should become $1.69 for tax. It's round appropriately. You're going to do the same exact thing for the tip. Multiply 100 times x, and you get 100x. 20 times 22.58, and you get 451.60. Divide by 100. X equals 4.5160, which is $4.51 tip. Now finally, you're going to add the tax, the tip, and the original bill. So $22.58 plus $1.69 plus $4.51, and you will get a grand total of $28.79 total. Okay, so be aware of those words total together. You have to pay attention how it's being calculated. Now, number 3 is a little bit more challenging. Let's read through the questions together. At a discount furniture store, Chris offered a salesperson $600 for a couch and a chair. The offer includes the 8% sales tax. So if the salesperson accepts the offer, what would be the price of the furniture to the nearest dollar before tax? So this problem requires you to think a little bit more than the previous 2 problems. That $600 already includes the sales tax. So you're needing to find out what was it before the tax. So you're still going to set up your percent proportion. 100 is the only spot you don't need to think about. But what you do need to think about is the $600 is your part. You're finding the whole amount. But on the top, where it would normally be the percent, that $600 represents 100% plus the 8% tax, which makes 108%. So that needs to go in the numerator. So take a second, let that sink in. $600 is the part you're solving for what it was before. So essentially the $600 is 108%. Okay? So you're still going to do the math like you have been. 108 times x is 108x equals 600 times 100, which is 60,000. You divide by 108 on both sides, and you get x equals $555.56. So that was the cost before the tax was put on. Now, what's nice about this video is you could always rewind and go back. Number 3, I did incorrectly at first. I needed to, set my proportion up, realizing that whatever I did for x needed to be less than $60,000, or less than $600. So originally my proportion was wrong because it went over $600, and I thought, well, that's including sales tax. So this number 3 required a lot more thinking, but it's definitely doable. So if you need to, pause, record, rewind, go back. What you're going to do now is answer this question in your own words, describe what tax is and how you can determine the tax of something. And you're going to move to the next page and answer the practice questions. You're going to answer the practice questions on your own. When you're done with the video and you've answered 1 and 2 on your own, you're going to go to Google Classroom and check your answers to 1 and 2 that are provided to you in your Google Classroom account. This is where we're going to leave off with tax. You're going to complete a homework assignment tonight dealing with tax, and tomorrow I will make sure to check it. If you need more practice problems or a little bit confused, make sure to get on Khan Academy and check it out for yourself. Maybe hearing it from somebody else would benefit you. See you guys tomorrow. Be good.